Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kamui, and today I'm going to show you guys how to really build in Stonewood. I know a lot of you guys who are new to the game may not know the right ways to build certain things. I'm going to talk about some more specific lingo and save the world, and some more specific and useful tools that you guys should have. So without further ado, let's get straight up in the video. Alright, so first things first, when you get into Save the World, when you first buy the game, one thing I would like to mention is that this up here is your dashboard, so you can find everything up here. The store, you can buy V-Bucks, the llama shop. This is where you would buy these llamas with earn tickets, and you can get weapons. So this one has legendary weapons, epic, rare, and even uncommon. And sometimes it might have common in here, but the best rarity is of course legendary. I'm pretty sure you guys have played, regular BR, so legendary is the best version of the weapon you can get. It is stronger, it's faster, and a whole lot of different things. And this is a higher cost melee llama, but you can buy regular upgrade llamas. You may not get what you want, but it's a gamble. There's the loot items here, and regular items and resources you can get, but we'll get into that a little bit deeper later. But before we begin on Stonewood, I'd like to mention that your survivors and hero squads is going to be very important, because with hero squads you want to have a loadout for one of the hero types. So there's many different types of heroes. For example, this is a commander. This is my commander loadout. If I go over here, this is my incomplete ninja loadout. If I go here, this is another ninja loadout featuring Stoneheart Farah. She's very good at bows, and the Xenon bow is Chef's Kiss. And yeah, so you want to have a hero loadout for every one of the divisions of heroes. But if you don't have it already, like I said, you're a Stonewood, you don't have a lot of heroes already, then by all means go and fill it out as much as you can, because at the end of the day, your hero loadout determines your health and shield. So you want to have as many heroes in your support as possible to max it out and to get max health and shield for your level. And survivors is what actually increases your actual power level, besides of course leveling up and getting those gadgets and stuff like that. So your survivor squad is what you really would need to level up and your power level, and make sure everyone matches, because that's what's really levels up your power level. But we'll get into that in another video again. So let's get right into Stonewood. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to build in an optimal way. So let's see. We are going to go ahead and might as well go to a level 19, power level 19 mission. So we're actually not going to start it. We're going to make sure we're in private, so I can just show you guys how effective it is. Granted, I know I am power level 133. I know this is going to be like a cakewalk. Don't really have to do anything, and especially since my building levels are going to be way higher than yours if you're just starting. But I'm using this constructor class. You may not, like I said, have these characters or abilities yet, but if you want to see a video like this showcasing the best construction hero class, and by all means let me know in the comment section down below. But if you're doing solo Stonewood, I highly recommend you to run a constructor class, just because constructors are what you really need in order to give your base some extra fortitude, as well as the building fortitude ability that you can find on the map. But without further ado, let's get right into the game. Alright guys, so we are in the game, and first things first, you want to look at your map to make sure there isn't a moving or closing storm, because usually when there's a closing storm, it can be on the bottom left side, upper right, and usually you'll find the objective. And see, we just found it luckily, but you have to find a map and search the map for the objective. But first things first, you want to make sure you clear off everything. So since there's a lot of trees and things here, you want to make sure to get as much space as you can, just so that you can have more space to work with in terms of traps and what have you. Very important. And will buy you a lot of time. You won't have to like just stop building and just to start, destroying things. So you just get right into building. Notice how this atlas is kind of like it's in the open, but not really, since it's close to this corner. So you'll have to work around this, but this should be fine. But we'll go over the general things such as the building materials. So as you know, wood is the weakest. So for me, the max health of the base one wood is 440 HP. If I go to brick, max health is 660. If I go to metal, then max health is 880. So that's the general idea. And if you want to break things faster than just, going like that, I recommend you editing your buildings and just destroying them like that, because they are automatically spawned with lower health. This one was kind of iffy, but like I said, you want to break it faster, just edit it and boom, boom. But you want better than me, hit those targets. So we're going to build in metal if you have metal, if not brick, and if you don't have metal or brick, wood will be fine as long as you do what you got to do. So realistically, you shouldn't have to use traps in Stonewood at all. You shouldn't have to use traps, and I'll showcase different things, but this is going to be the first video of quite a few, and for this build it's going to be very optimal. So for here, all I'm going to do is to build it like this. This is an Atlas mission, so this may work very well. So you want to do it like this, and you want to make a cross, so it looks like a plus sign or a cross, as you can see, like this. And want to check to make sure this doesn't have a ramp, because zombies can get up here. So it doesn't, so we're going to be in the clear. But make sure it has a cross formation. This is the cross build, and essentially what you do is, notice how I have this staircase coming outwards. So it's to, in a way, provide some extra protection from us. And you can do the same thing all around, and like I said, I have this right triangle build going to provide as a support barrier so that it doesn't get to the Atlas. And it's very simple and very easy. Like I said, this is how it looks. Okay, this is how it looks so far. It starts with the cross and it goes on like this. I forget if I can actually build walls here. I can't, so that's fine, but this can work, right? And since I'm playing solo, I have a base that I can use, and they won't have smashers or lobbers or anything like that. So this should be relatively easy. But you can put your base here, and look, easy to go. Like I said, I'm not going to fully upgrade it because I don't expect you guys to have a fully upgraded skill set yet for your buildings. But like I said, I'm out the loop. I don't know how the level up system works, but for the most part, I'm leaving it like this to showcase just how wonderful it works, and especially with the hero loadout that I have. So we're gonna go ahead and find some blue glow so we can get started. All right, y'all, so we back, and we got the blue glow. I'm pretty sure this is all we need, only 2. And one more time, show you guys how it looks. Boom, looks very beautiful, doesn't it? Looks very beautiful. So all in all, I have crafted or built and wasted, I would say, around 210 for this. In hindsight, that's kind of a lot, and really and truly, if you have friends you're playing with, quite literally, this is all you need to do. This is all you need to do. If you have friends you're playing with, you don't need to build like that. And this is the most optimal base you can build if you have friends. I promise you, just a 4-wall and you'll be good to go. Especially with more than 2 people, you're fine, because husks should be relatively easy to kill. You won't have too many smashers or any smashers at all. Won't have any lobbers, so you'll be cruising. But for my sake, and to showcase, of course, playing by yourself, this is the optimal build. So let's get right into it and put this blue glow in. So boom, place the target first. I forget about that. And we're gonna start it. Let's get it going. So boom, you only needed 1. Okay, so we'll just watch. I'm gonna sit on top to show you guys exactly what'll happen. And this might be a time lapse, because I'm pretty sure won't have to do anything. So I'll see you towards the end of the mission. Alright guys, so I heard a smasher spawn in. I'm not sure where it is, but I definitely heard it in the background. I'm trying to see if it's coming or not. And I think it might have spawned in and died. So I guess we'll resume just Naruto running. Also guys, I forgot to mention that I do have a banner in Slowfield. So if I put this down, what this does is it gives my buildings more health and kind of like full heals it over time. So as you can see, it's slowly healing and it's getting to the point where I can upgrade it. One thing I like to mention is when a smasher spawns in, you know, recently Epic has made it a point that jail building and stall building isn't what they want for like us to do. So obviously they ruined the fun by, you know, changing the spawn rates of smashers and whatnot. So if a smasher spawn in, then you can go ahead and take care of it that way. Smashers are always a pain to deal with. And also these guys here, these exploder husks, they're always up to no good. So I'm kind of surprised to actually have them on in Stonewood for missions like this. But Epic really wants us to work harder than we should to grind on the game. They barely see. This is the boss right here. So like I said, Epic wants to make it harder for everybody. So we're gonna go ahead and take care of this guy. He's gonna try to rush in. We're gonna stop him in his tracks here, insta kill him. You know, chilling, cause this is Stonewood. So, like I said, man, it is what it is, and for smashers and husks of that nature, very important that you take care of them right away. The moment you hear them spawn in, you know, try your best to take care of them or stall them from getting to your buildings, because they will try to break everything and destroy all your hard work and ruin your mission. And that's one of the main reasons why jail building and stall building hasn't been a thing recently. And it's very sad, very ridiculous in my opinion, but it is what it is, and we are chilling. So we'll go back to the Naruto run, and cool. One last thing. Notice how just now those two blasters despawn. That's what I was talking about in reference to, you know, they're making jail building and stall building impossible. So when you're doing a build to stall zombies, they're gonna despawn anyway. So that's why it's best to just kill them. And as you notice, I'll have it at the end of this video. My constructor loadout has supercharged traps as its team perk, and it's very good. As you can see, they're hitting my walls and my ramps, and they're dying. They're killing themselves by meleeing my builds, and that's what you really want, especially since they'll despawn anyway if you don't kill them fast enough. And yeah, just goes to show you how the game changed over time. So that's the last interruption before we get to the end of the video. Alright guys, we got a clean victory, as we should. I mean, it's Stonewood after all. And next up, I want to show you guys what I have as my constructor. So let's get right into that. Alright guys, so we are here at the command center, and we have our hero. So the loadout I use specifically, this works up until, I'll say, power level 140 missions to solo. But if you're going with friends that's also a constructor, this is also a very important aspect of the team. You know, if you have two constructors, I always recommend one having Ice King and one having Base Kyle. The reason is Ice King, you know, he can stall, you know, enemies standing on structures affected by base are snared by 15%. That's important, and it also freezes us for 4 seconds, and it happens every 15 seconds. That's Frozen Castle Plus. That's the ability you get when Ice King is your commander. But team perks, supercharged traps, what I was telling you about. So you can read it here. Increases the damage of traps affected by the base by 8.5%. Very nice. Then I have lofty architecture. Increase the health by 28%, and this is base Kyle, and his commander perk, as you can see, it increases the base health of your buildings by 84% if he's the commander, which is also very good. Like I was saying, it's very good to have two of them to support each other. So Ice King and base Kyle, really good combination. Then I have fully contained as the perk for Electropulse Penny, very good. This is what you were seeing when the zombies were attacking my buildings and structures. They were killing themselves, so they were taking 15 base damage, and that multiplies based on the power level of the mission. We have Tough Traps by Machinist Harper. And one thing I like to say, if you don't have these characters in, it doesn't really matter as long as you have the abilities. So power modulation, power based Penny, but you can also find heroes that have the same ability. So hotfix or hazard, and I'll show you guys here. So if I go here, press A on that, you go to my constructors, I can see that I have another hotfix ability for constructor. I have another power modulation. I also have another lofty architecture. This is base Kyle, but pretty sure he's the epic version. And you can just check here, you can just check all your heroes to make sure you have something similar. I can also replace hotfix with mega base, but mega base is really useful when you only have I guess one constructor when you plan the mission with other people. But that's all I have for you guys today, man. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial or whatever it may be. Hope you're having a very fantastic day. Like the video if you enjoyed so far. Subscribe to see more content from me, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.